Hey, Brian. Bryce ain't got no there. Ain't got no need.
Okay, test. Let's see. What's up, chat?
Yo. What's good, chat? What's good?
Oh yeah, change the title.
You're good. I'll probably be on here for like 30 to 45. You
All
don't
right.
have to change it.
Ooh, we are dumping. Are we negative 2.5% on the day? This is like,
Yep.
Asia was like kind of just neutral, back and forth, and then I didn't trade AM, and just dumped hard. So I want to see what we can really get for PM here.
Yep.
Wow. Dude, this is the downside of me trading, like me skipping AM to trade PM, and then like Asia, so it's like 2 sessions right there. New York just took everything this week, yesterday too, and the day before that, like it made the majority move, and then we just have PM doing nothing, like kind of anywhere close. There's a fly just on my monitor. But let's see what we get. Okay, this chart just looks so one-sided. Like, I'm just looking at the 15-minute chart. It just basically like sell since a 9:30 open. That's a 500-point sell right there.
Yeah, pretty aggressive.
Wow. What do you think? What do you think about where we're heading now?
I think 376 or 3. You draw right below it. 345. That's probably where we'd go for. That's once we tag that though. Like I probably really have no interest in trading this because, dude, below that low, we might as well pop out the circuit breaker, you know, because we've just been
Yeah.
dumping all day, you know. The AM sell was kind of, I don't know. I felt it was hard to take entry off AM. We did see a couple retracements, but I think I felt like that was A plus. But yeah, good sell day. Can't really complain on days like these because it's directional, right? You'd rather have, for me personally, I'd rather have this than just very seek and destroy chop-esque price, kind of like yesterday
The
PM.
delivery though, yeah.
So
There's no confirmation to even buy this at all. Like I feel like at any time frame,
yeah,
it's just been just one sided.
for sure.
And my fund features gave me the live account. It took a few days, but pretty quick. Let's see. We'll see what's gonna happen there. All right, we'll connect up here. Hopefully, chat is doing fine today.
Hmm?
You sound like you're 15, bro. No offense. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
that's
me?
fine to me. No,
I don't know.
probably one of
definitely
us.
do
One of us. Probably both, actually.
Yeah, I definitely do sound young. I don't know what it is. I hit puberty everywhere except my voice.
Do
You guys were to see me IRL.
Okay. Are you saying like you look? How old do you think you would look to? Like your age and your voice versus your look, your appearance.
I definitely look and sound younger than I actually am, for sure.
What age would you kind of give if someone had to like guess?
Probably say like 17, 18.
Or
Probably.
for your appearance, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
your voice?
appearance maybe like 19, 20-ish. I'm 22, so. But yeah, I definitely look and sound younger than I actually am. When I'm clean shaved, bro, yeah, it's GG. I look like I'm 14.
So, what are the chances that you go in high school and then like no one would like say anything?
That's a little weird, but I don't know. No, I don't know.
You just pop up at the cafeteria, eating, just going to class in the back. No one's gonna say something.
Nah, no clue. I don't know. No clue. They'd probably recognize it because, like, you know, I'm 22 in high school. Like, I obviously just like I wouldn't fit in because I'm too old.
Not if your look doesn't look like it or your voice doesn't sound like it. So that's how you blend in.
I just start talking like this. I don't know.
See, we are dumping so hard here. Let me see what I can do, chat. Hopefully we can get something today. I took a banger Asia, took a lot of trades Asia, and then skipped AM. AM was I feel like the last 2 days, yesterday was like pretty free for AM, and I just kind of told myself I'm not gonna wake up for it at all. So like I don't trade 3 sessions, which has been good for me this month, but definitely a missed opportunity just because how well the delivery is. This is like no choppiness, no just one side delivery, and you get somewhat retracement. Even this move up here at the noon here. Conversion traders are probably making a lot of money today too. They just tap in and they're like, whoa, 50 points, 100 points.
Yep.
That's why I like this delivery, but I would like it with some false signals where they try to run it up and take people out. But this is pretty much like it's big sell the whole time, and we're just heading like I didn't think 370 was gonna get hit. I thought like we're gonna take like 600 that low, but the next weekly low is already kind of heading their way. Wow. It'll probably be 3% down on the day for NQ too. Is this the last day of the month too, or no? Wait, there's Monday too. Never mind. It's Monday too, the 31st. Kind of crazy, man.
Indeed.
We are dumping. We're like, just keep on pushing, keep on pushing. All right, I'm gonna set up everything. Hopefully, get some trades today. Got my live account with Tradeify, my fund features, and take profit too. So we'll see what we can do with that. I just don't know how, like, what I can do here. Like, I started live and like we're just low the week, negative 2.5%. I don't think I'm gonna just jump in shorts because it's still bearish. That'd be dangerous as hell for me. So same thing for me. Like every time I do go on stream and start moving aggressively, I'm gonna need a false drive higher if I want to get in shorts, just so I can have like some leeway on like where to put my stop. Senior 5-minute unicorn at 11:20. Let's see, 11:20. Oh, this is good here. This is good. 11:20. That's perfect. Got a nice retracement, 5-minute gap. Put your stop above the breaker. Pretty much just hammered it down. Yeah, I'll probably enter the start of this. About 30-point stop. That look good.
Just go. Yep. We tapped the C of a good 5-minute gap. That 5-minute at 12:15, we tapped that nicely and then just dumped off that, but it's just been dump all day.
And he was leading the charge too. Wow. I just imagine if I just got a good short from like a live count and just trail my stop, and like, you know, looking at it today, like there would be no chance where we got trailed out, and it'll be like 500 points later. That'd be nuts. One of these days. Would you have taken it even though it sold off? Yes, because the bias doesn't show me otherwise so far. And you'll probably go for these lows drive here. Wait, was this 543? Did that low get taken already? What it's... Chat, what do you guys think? You guys think we're gonna get 380s PM session here, or is this too already much of a sell here? This crap. Alright, I'm gonna say we're live. God.
Let's see. Let's just go. Am I trading from bed? Does this sound like I'm sleepy or like what? I don't know. I just naturally.
That's just his voice.
Yeah. I like chill. When I'm like energetic. Yeah, when I'm energetic, I'm like obviously, but I'm just chilling for now.
Look at the low. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going for the lows.
Looking just for an ideal area of interest. Yep.
So like, if you're seeing this, like, let's say you haven't traded all day, Lanto, what would you want to get in shorts if you're like targets like that 370 area?
Yes. So it'll depend on my conviction, but if my conviction really sits in lower price, I just look for a good rebalance in price. Because it's so easy to get caught up in shorting lows and just riding draw, and sometimes it can work. But if you utilize a good entry model, you're able to implement like risk properly. And like, you know, with a proper entry model, you can have a proper stop in place as well. So you could have good risk, implemented. And so for me, typically, ideally, when it comes to these trend type of moves, I like to see like a 5-minute rebalance paired up with like a 1-minute inversion creation on the way back down. So
Yeah.
kind of like
Okay.
a
Yeah.
double confluence, and where we see like, for example, that 1215 gap, I believe 1215 5-minute gap that we saw price reprice off the midpoint makes sense. Pair that up with the 1-minute inversion that we see price, inverse a bullish gap, gives good confluence and good conviction, and us driving lower, right? So kind of like a double PD ray, validation for bearish sentiment, if that makes sense. Validate 5-minute bearish PD ray and validate 1-minute bullish PD ray. Boom.
Yeah.
Take slide lower. That's what I would do ideally.
That's the same thing I did at the very start of Asia. I think it was like a 15-minute gap, and the lows are just there. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
And we just played for the lows. Was it this here? Oh, it was this. Yeah, 15-minute gap here.
Yeah.
They retrace into it right there, and then we had a 1-minute flip, and it was like a pretty easy 30-point flip. How many people in chat was in the Discord in Asia, guys? We were cooking Asia. It was open to everyone too. I forgot. I was like, oh, we're gonna open it for one day and just left it all week.
That's crazy.
And then I was like, who's ready for Asia? And I just see like double the amount of heads pressing thumbs up like instantly. I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? I was like, it's open. There's like 50 thumbs up right now. Just waiting. And all of them like kind of quiet. They're just like here to. They don't want to talk, but they're here to play. So you're under review for payout from Apex as well.
Yeah, I just got put in a review. That was nice though, because I think you talked about yours, but for me, it hasn't even been 24 hours. And they put me under review, which is good.
Brother, mine was, I don't know how long. It's like 4 days now, man. I'm like I'm praying that it comes by Monday, like a decision by Monday, which is like
I think well, yeah.
I don't know. Usually when it's under review for this long, it's more likely to get approved, right?
I don't know.
That's what I feel like.
I think it's the opposite. Because if you get a quick or process, it's like they scan your stuff, like whether it's a bot or a person that scans your stuff, and they give the green light right away. Instead of like, I feel like if they have a detailed review or a long review process, they're probably looking at more things. I don't know. Not sure.
Yeah.
Who knows? I think you're good though. You're fine.
It is so long because like one thing is like, it's 8 trading days for a request payout. I'm like more than halfway through, or if I trade a day, I'll be 5 days in for the next payout. So like, let's say they approve it on Tuesday next week, I'll just request it again, and it's like,
fine, yeah.
I guess it'd be a double payday just because the delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just so aggressive still down.
Let's see. I want to see lower. Such a bearish day.
This is dangerous, man. If people FOMO in this, just like, okay, I see the lows, I'm gonna jump in. You're basically shorting low of the week, and one small relief, like a 30-40 point relief, just takes you out.
Yep.
That's pretty easy to do for them to like.
Yep. Look at that candle right there. There you go. That candle tells you that right there.
Damn. It gets really dangerous. But I think if you just wait it out, we'll definitely find something. It could be a long even. I think if we start flipping on the 15 minute, we'll get something like pretty much a relief going to a Friday close here. But I'm going to need some action because this whole entire day I wasn't on it, but like I'm just looking at the charts. It's just been so aggressive downside. And people showing the lows are going to get cooked here. You have a beef with Trader Sumo? I don't think it's beef. I think he just really pushes his ideas way too hard.
Is he one of those guys where he's like, if you don't trade my strategy, like you won't be profitable or something like that?
No, I'll clear it up in like a 2-sentence summary. He turns opinions to facts and uncertainty or subjectivity to certainty. So it's like my model would make more money than your model. It's like, wait, how would you know? And then just stuff like that.
Yeah.
Why do you ban them from Discord? The thing is, like, I don't really block or ban people. I let them, you know, just run rampant away. I do entertain a lot of trolls, but I don't ever really block them. Big push. Big push. Oh, another thing, dude. What do you think about time macros?
Can I be fully honest?
Yes, be very honest. Be as honest as you can.
I believe in news like 8:30 a.m. delivery, 10 a.m. delivery. That's just macro, right? That's just macro.
Well, that's just more. Oh, no,
Yeah.
we're talking about ICT macros, not like just.
No. Oh, but in terms of ICT macro, I don't believe in it.
I feel like
I think
that's like more and more coming out now. Like I also said that. I think Kane said something like that. T-Trey said something like that. And it's like a lot of these ICT traders are coming out and saying like, you know, macros.
Yeah,
Because people use on every, like they use it on like, I don't know, there's like 30 different macros, time macros, and it's like, isn't it overcomplicated at that point? Because they'll use it like, I don't know, like in a 30-minute kind of style too. Like 120 to 140, 220 to 240 is like, that's not even an hour opening.
I was just never a fan of kill zones. That's it. Like stuff like that, kill zones or like just time allotment. I feel like your trade will present when it does. There's no specific time in the market. Like there's durations, for example. I forget what day it was this week, but somebody could recall me on this as well. What was that one day in where we saw? So typically ICT traders, they have a kill zone into where they trade a certain AM time period and they avoid lunch hour and so on. There was a day this week where we literally did not do anything all AM during that kill zone that you would trade, and then we just sort of, lunch hour just completely moved us. So it's just like, for me, it's more so a patience thing. Like some days you'd have to be, some days I'll be on the screen a little bit longer, some days not. But it's more so a patience thing than just waiting for when the model occurs. I don't believe in. There's definitely a certain like time frame or time period and where I feel like I strive better. For example, like you said you like PM a lot more, but it's just like that's not really that's not a macro thing. That's just a time period, generalized time period.
I think that's what it is for me too. Like I don't trade noon just because I just want to be in a certain time every single day. Just like I don't trade power hour because I just don't want to trade it because it's not like something within my when I like be so volatile. Just like 9:30 to 9:30, I don't really touch that until like 9:50. Just give it some 15 minutes of volatility, and then I think it becomes more consistent. But I just see a lot of people coming out with it now. They're like, you know, some of these people like that like stand by it. They'll die on that hill, saying like, you know, time macros is everything's that. I'm like, I don't even know if I really abide by it like that. Like I could care less if the trade happens at a time macro or not, as long as the setup's there. But that was like kind of the, I think was it T-Trace who started? He made a post like time macros doesn't exist or something, or something along those lines, and they started like a big wave of like arguments.
No,
listen, I'd agree with that.
I'm not, listen, when I say that, I'm not like coming at ICT traders because I use ICT concepts myself for sure, but there's just certain things, I don't know. It's a preference really. I've just found the way I trade, I don't need macros, or I don't think macros really validate anything for me. I might go short off this one. I'm gonna gap here.
Yeah, I think we just rebalance this 5, then flip it.
Yeah, get a little 5-minute rebalance. That would like kind of work off to what I said a little bit earlier. 5-minute rebalance, 1-minute inversion. Just a simple send back into low furthermore would be nice. But I'm a downsize of this. We get. I really want. I took a jab like this earlier. It was really small because I caught 2 trades in the morning and then I just downsized afterwards. I got stopped, but this is a little bit better because we saw an indefinite like reprice off that 5-minute. So I want to see us run these lows now.
Yeah, I do want to see that too. We're still looking at 377. I think that's like, was that the next weekly low or just
Yeah.
daily low for sure? But I don't know if it's weekly low.
Mm-hmm.
No, not weekly low. What overall bias? Let me fix. Okay, so all bearish right now. We got a 5-minute rebalance, and that wick on ES was tremendous. But
It's
wait, what? There's a... Oh, okay. NQ went over the higher gap. ES. Oh no, it's the same gap. Never mind. Tripping. It's just hard for me to really slam these, but the bias is there. I want to see if there's a breaker pattern to get me there so I can do a tight stop. But this should play out, honestly, with bearish bias right now.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. If sentiment's still lower, if our draw is just really base lower, I feel like we should see validation here. I don't know. We'll see, but a little 5-minute rebalance, good route. Dude, I feel like we've tapped the CE on inbounces so often today, like perfectly, and we've seen good validation. Like, I feel like if anyone is like an inbalance trader, just purely inbalance, like you've loved today because we've tapped the CE perfectly like several times today. We didn't like wait and do certain things. We just really tapped and it went.
Let me look at chat here. So per T-Trades, it's just open, high, low, close, open. Yeah, so it's for me also, like the 4-hour open, instead of me looking at time macros, I just pay attention to the 4-hour open, which gotta basically be 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So for PM, it's always 2 p.m. That's how I look at it. Let's get some moves here. Hydra was not taking a trade if it falls outside time macro, even if it's small, just right there. Oh, he actually abides by that. I mean, if that works for him. I mean that's why no wonder he believes in it, because if he sees like a perfect setup, but it's not in the time macro and he doesn't take it, I guess he probably have enough experience and data that's like, this is not good enough. I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be right back.
Bet. Job in the short. I'm not break even yet. I'm looking for that low. I said I went short off that 1-minute gap. Like a little 5-minute reprice. I'm not break even until we run these lows. But we'll see. Should see validation. I took a similar jab to this earlier on today on live, and I took a paper cut, but this one I like a little bit better because we actually got validation. We saw a reprice. So we're either lows or nothing. Take the mic with you. Guys, what are you doing if like we're just trading? You just hear Brian like take a piss. You just hear the urinal. Just.
Okay, we're back. Did we take the lows yet?
No, not
It's
yet.
just pretty aggressive right now.
Yeah, I told Chad I'll beat you once we run low. I took that short.
I think it's a good play. I mean, are you looking at NQ only, or are you looking at ES too?
Looking at ES as well. Hopefully we don't want some tee off low, but yeah. There we go. There's low. I'll break even stop. Beautiful. Let's go.
Dude, I just took that with you, Lanto. Just
Let's
only one
go.
contract, but not on all my PAs because I have someone I'm careful of, but that was a Lanto play, guys.
Let's go.
I didn't like this too,
though.
5-minute retap, 1-minute inversion. I usually do it on the 15-1 style though, but the 5 did work here because there's nothing on the 15-minute.
Alright, you can send them this. You can show them this if you want. Just for the execution part of it.
Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, so 5-minute retrace. That's a yellow box, I'm assuming. Or yeah.
Yeah, the 5-minute. Yeah, that's the yellow box.
You gotta color code them for me, man, because I think that helps me a lot more when you like have a different color for each of them. But yeah, 1-minute inversion. Took in the retap. You took on the closure, right? It looks like, yeah.
Yeah, I took on the yeah. I always do closures. Yeah.
I just took on the retap back in.
Beautiful.
Not bad. Wait,
yeah,
where
see
would
the
you put
difference
your
between
stop
that.
on this, by the way, just for reference.
Oh, relative high. 1-minute relative high. So it's about a 1 hour off that low of day.
What
Not a crazy
number
R,
is
but stop
Like,
would be
492?
19,500. Yeah, no, 19,500. That 1-minute wick high.
Oh, okay. So swing high then.
What? Yeah, 117 or 117 one minute candle.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
it there. See, I like to base my stops off the gap open or the gap wick high. So I just based the wick high this time. But I took a jab just like this earlier today. The difference between this and this one and the other one was the fact that we saw a 5 minute reprice. That's like the importance of rebalancing the market. I feel like good 5 minute tap. Like I took an inversion earlier on today with no rebalance off the 5 minute, and we ran stop. But this was really clear. This is really nice. Let's go. Beautiful.
That's what I'm saying too. Like when we started the stream, we're lows of days, and even though I'm really short biased, I can't just mark it in. So just something like take out internal high, fail to drive higher, and then get a 1 minute flip somewhere, or low time reflip. If there's nothing in the 1 minute, which this one is clearly a 1 minute gap, if there wasn't there, I would probably drop down 30 to look for a similar play like this. But
I'm curious, did anyone in chat take that? Guys,
I think a lot of people should take that because
that's my first
I also
ever
shared it
game here.
on my screen.
Yeah.
Type 1, we took that, guys.
Also my first ever give in your chat, I think.
Yeah. I mean, now the stream lately has been more about like commentary and like bias takes. So like when you have something like this, you gotta really press the button, even though we share it to you. This is a pretty clean play.
Yeah.
The best thing is like if we have like a idea of it, like we're trying to like anticipate it, and then you also already have that same thesis, it's gonna be good. Then that would be give you more confidence. We're framing it up, and you're also looking for it. And since we got that flip, not bad.
Yeah, good low day move. I just stuck on NQ. I think ES NQ just offered the better inversion gap, so I just stuck on there. But ES is outperforming the sell here, and we're seeing the nicer move on ES. Look, a little scalp, just like that. The power of prop firms and copy trading is you take all you have to do is just take that today.
That's like 34 points. 30 points.
You're done. Even off small micros, you're done. Just compounding. Think about this, right? You take one mini, and you ride that, what, 30, 40 points, whatever your fill was. You're doing $600, $800 per account on Apex. Say you have 20, that's how much is that? That's a 16K day. Just off one simple scalp like that. That's the power of compounding. That's why, I don't know. I feel like when you're fixated, for me at least, when I'm fixated on just compounding, my need in the market drives down, and my quality jumps up. So just one of those a day, and boom, like that's all you need.
Yeah.
I'm up 80 ticks on this right now. Yeah, about 40 points, or not 80 ticks. What do we call it? What's 80 ticks? How many points is that?
John is, or 86 should be 20 points. John is saying, how in the world are you guys taking shorts when it's already this low? Feels super risky. I think the clearest answer is there is no reason to long. It just, if you're reasoning to long this right now is because we're down 2.6%, 2.7% on the day. That's not good enough. I think what's good enough is if we actually, let's say, flip that 5 minute, and then now we can start looking at longs. It's just this confirmation. So we're playing based on what we see, not on like emotion or feelings. That's a third drive lower here.
Good enough for me. So yeah, it's like I trim half now, and then usually I like my personal, and then the rest of these, if they hit B, they hit BE, but that's usually good enough for me. That's it. Some days for me, I have to wait, 2-3 hours. Some days it's a quick, it's like whatever it is, but patience, it's king, And Brian does a good job of that on here as well. Like he'll give you guys, he'll run a whole live and not give you guys a trade if there's something there, and then he'll give you guys a live and where he catches multiple bangers. It's all just about when does your model present, right? Risk on versus risk off. I feel like people underemphasize the part of trading where you're risk off, right? You have to remember, when you're not taking a trade, that's as important as when you are taking a trade. Because you could take good trades, but if you overtrade, you could take a lot of bad trades as well, which mitigates a lot of your profit. But when you just avoid that, follow your model, follow your system, and you just look for good quality takes, right? You don't need to trade every single day. When we look for good quality takes, you're able to more so, maximize your P&L. Which is obviously the goal.
guys use edgeful reports as well for your bias? You know what edgeful is, Lento?
No clue.
It's basically like a platform where it shows data. Let's say it says like, oh, if London closes, this is like, let's say 65% chance that New York will close also green. Something like that. It's like basically someone's asking like, do you use that data? Just because you said no,
Nah.
you don't know what it is. No, either. I don't use it either. But I could see it working. But I like data-driven stats. But I hope people don't use it to get married by. They're like, oh, there's a 70% chance we should close green right now. And what happens if it's a 30%? That's that 30% day there, where it's like not abiding by that. I guess it's good to like just have as, I don't know, something to confirm as confluence. Big Galaxy said, "Great minds think alike. I saw the setup before you mentioned it. Glad you guys confirm. This is pretty a classic trade. I really like this the same way, but on a 15-minute chart or 15-minute fair value gap retap. Usually there's like a minute gap somewhere, retrace to it, and then flip the one. That works perfect for me too. But it's good. I think we're just so short biased that like pretty much any retracement that fails to close higher, it's gonna be a good short, because we can see that the whole entire day here. Every retracement that just doesn't want to push higher, we're just gonna send it lower.
Bro, what are your levels under this low? I don't know. My ES levels
after 376.
370. Yeah, after that.
Oh, the next one's 345, and then it's gonna look really ugly after that. We're gonna look for like, I don't know, what is that? 120? I doubt we get anywhere close to that though. That'd be another 300 points. We will be like nearly 5% on the day, or 4% on the day. I always say that, like I doubt we go there, and then surprisingly, market just flushes like another negative 2%, which is like 400 points in like 1 hour. That happened before. I think that happened with Kane when he was on with me.
You want to see this drive lower? I'm on a TP1 right now, so if I like BE on this, it's just a compound trade, but I'm not gonna complain. I would love for this, for people in chat who are holding runners as well, just to ride these into 3-4-5. Imagine. That'd be crazy. Because I do think we draw them regardless if I get tagged out break even on these or not. So it's a matter of when. Some of my chat said top step TV's long right now. Well, that probably is the best confluence of this short position right now. Bro, what do you think about Top Step TV?
What about it?
What I just said, right?
Oh no, I was responding to someone on Discord.
Chat, what do you guys think about Top Step TV?
They're the best entertainment service out there.
Yeah.
I think it's good marketing for Top Step. Yeah, I think, but trading wise, is it something where you learn? I don't think so. I feel like I don't want to say it's comparable to Patrick Whelan, like, because it's also entertainment. It's just a different style of entertainment. I feel like they're also more catered to boomers too. Is Brian talking? What the hell?
No, I can hear you. You're good. People were like, I think have a generic like understanding of trading. We'll probably look at that trade and be like, you're shorting near lows, which is true, but it's just like.
But then again, it's like, would you long here instead? Because there's no long confirmation anywhere in any of our models.
Yeah.
Unless you just turtle soup, like, oh, soup that low, you get to long that. Which I guess didn't work here, but how many times would it work? Someone asked you, Lanzo, how big your stops usually are. I guess
terms of like
we could say for New York AM maybe. Say just like
Like a
average, I
point-
guess. Yeah, in points for NQ.
basis? It depends on volatility. So for super volatile, it's probably upwards of like, I don't know, probably like 40 points maybe, sometimes maybe 50. If that's the case, I just downsize to offset risk. But if it's like a normal trading session, yeah, normal trading session is about like 25 or so. Like this trade right here, I believe was like a 25 or 30 point stop, depending on what your entry was. So like this is a normal stop. And so that New York low would put you at a 1-to-1 R. But
yeah,
I'm a little bit more fixated on probability. That's really what I try to shoot for, because instead of just taking more and more trades and not caring about probability and just focusing on R to R, excuse me. I more so just focus on quality over quantity, right? I know it's statistically it's harder to be right than it is, or more right than it is to have just a better R to R, but it's just for me I feel like when I focus on probability, my trading just gets better, because I don't know, my mentality, my focus is just completely different. Because like for example, when I trade firms, sometimes on Apex, for example, I'll scalp Asia. I'll have maybe 3 or 4, smaller scalps, and I'll say I have like a 50% win rate, 40% win rate, but my R is dramatically up, right?
Yeah, but you trail it, so like it can go 100 points, and your stop
which is
nowhere
fine.
near that.
And there's traders out there who do that on their personal account, but for me personally, I feel like I get validation like long term the most when I feel confident enough, and I feel like what builds confidence consistently is just getting the market right, or being able to predict the market right. That's more so it. So yeah, I'm more so, I mean, a combination of both obviously is good, but I'm more so probability driven. So for example, that New York low is a 1-to-1. If we trade lower, our risk allows us to have a better ROI, a better R to R more. But yeah, I like probability.
But I do like this case because, like, we took this low out, and then we drove higher, 5-minute gap, and then flipped on the 1 here. At this point, like, we just kind of retraced to equilibrium on this like small range here. When he comes back here, it's like, what is it more likely to do? Take out that high or really go for the lows? And then you look at the bias here. The bias has been just hammering lows. You just have that edge already that, like, if you were to, like, gun your head short or long this, short's going to be the answer. But you got also the confirmation too with their bias. Someone said Lanto likes probability, yet don't know about Edgeful. I think Edgeful is a new tool, which I think is pretty decent, but I don't know. Would you consider incorporating that more for your strategy?
No.
I can consider it. I think right now they definitely, I would want more from them, because I ask them, like, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? And they're like, not yet. It's a to-do list. So they have a lot of basics right now, like letting close and whatever like that, but I want more.
There's no better indicator than yourself. That's
experience.
The reality.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the reality. There's no better indicator than yourself. The only thing that will really propel you, you could have all these different things come out, but the only thing that will really propel you is your screen time. That's it. That's it. That's the reality of trading. Bro, there's been so many indicators that have came out, all these algos, all these different things. But in reality, the only thing that will make you money consistently down the line is your trading. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you can see there's so many algorithms where they show results, but it's backtest data. They show results, it's like 70% win rate, and then you perform them in the real markets, and nowhere close to that. It's like it could be 50 or just below that even.
Yeah. We're kind of just wicking here. For anyone's curious, my fill is 70, so that's my BE. Brian, look at his name. I didn't even see his name. His name's Emotional Trader. W name. Dude, I see someone in I forgot whose Discord it was. Someone had like a crazy funny username. He was like, I think his name was like Payout Virgin or something like that. I was dying of laughter. I'm like, dude, these dudes are creative. Payout Virgin. There was a Discord I was in one time where like they would have their username, and in brackets they'd have like their all-time down P&L.
Oh really?
Like, it'd be like say it's like, I don't know, some username, and then in brackets it'd be like down -2K all time or something like that. Yeah.
Says my voice cracking. Yeah, I'm hitting puberty, guys. I was 14 yesterday, and then I'm 15 today.
We came close to my B there. We're probably gonna tag it though. Looks like it just turned around a little bit. If that's the case, I'll just take the plus 20. I'll take the compound.
I feel like the possibility right now is if we want to push higher, we'll get a closure above this 5-minute. We'll actually form this 5-minute breaker while invalidating. And then we can go for a leg up here. I wouldn't mind that. I need to see some strong displacement here. And holding.
Yeah, my B was hit too. Yeah. So I took some out off the low, and I'm break even on runners now. The weird thing though is I still think we draw lower, and I still think we trade into that ultimate draw. They're just gonna have to do it without me now, because I'm done. I'm just gonna take that compound. I'm not gonna look for much more.
We're gonna need another Lento play to end the week. That's what someone said in your Discord. When I was trading Asia, they're like, "Oh, done Friday," because of that Asia trade. He doesn't even need a trade Friday, AM or PM.
You're up so good already. You crushed it, dude. You're like, yeah, you're. I feel like you're in the prime of your trading, yeah, because you're trading multiple sessions, like super profitable.
Yeah. Should I share the sauce that you told me for Asia, or no? Should I keep that in law?
Nah, we can keep that. You know why? Cause chat, I don't think chat deserves it. They only deserve it if they spam BSB 10 times each right now. In the next 2 minutes, I better see 1,000 comments of BSB.
I promise chat. I promise chat that I'm gonna make just like an unedited video, like 40 minutes, just explaining like the basics of like how I trade like breakers and time frame alignment and all that stuff. And that's why I promised them we're gonna do it this weekend. That's gonna be their, I guess their resource. Some people don't even know what a breaker is still.
Well, chat said, what's BSB? BSB's Backshot Brian. That's his nickname.
You know what I heard too? I heard Lanto said, if we don't take out this, he said.
Oh no.
You said the low at 376, right? What was that you're gonna do again?
I'm good. I'm not doing this again. I'm good. I'm chill.
This is just, I think it's consolidating. Could be consolidating for two things: a leg down or a false drive higher for a leg down.
It's a little choppy now. Let's see a little 5-minute breaker sequence for Brian, and he'll catch his short, or we're both 1 for 1, and then we just get off and go on a cruise. I don't know.
Hopefully over this weekend, Apex will just prove my payout.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a lot of people I saw on Twitter was blowing up today. Like, I guess like hitting max. I don't know what it is. Was it price action? They just faded, I guess.
No clue.
I saw a future farmer like that. I literally just popped it up again. Future farmer here. He ran his account 8K and I think he made a mistake. I think I read that earlier actually. It just popped in my feed again. Like I thought he was gonna actually make it this time. He ran this shit, kept 8,000 profits each. And he looked good. I think Rips was down too for whatever reason. It should be just price action. But I definitely could see that, like, and I guess when I'm looking at it, like, if you try to long this and just maybe tilt, you're just gonna keep on longing, and like it free fall down. Rips had like 18K drawdown on trade buy. I saw 33,000 total on 2 accounts, which is kind of nuts. Oh, he was big shorts in the TARF. Wait, when the TARF news come out, when did that news even came out? I don't see a spike. You said he was short. Where was the spike you talking about? At like 9 maybe? Because like if he's short, I mean he should be good unless he just over leveraged.
Let's see if we drive back down or if we just continue to chop. Because I don't think lows are put in. I don't think our sell sequence is done for the day. I think we'll drive lower.
I wonder if this is in play here.
It's so frustrating because you'll see this come back down after tagging our BE and it'll just validate. But the importance is people will probably see that and they'll FOMO back into a short and they get caught up. But once you catch your one, no matter what it is, compound or a home run trade, I just like to call it. I just compound. That's always the goal.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what tech. Should I buy any tech, guys? I added, or I have some. I haven't been using my Robinhood for anything. I want to swing stocks or sell puts or something. Cash gear puts. Is it today a good time for it, or should I wait for next week? Maybe for another dip.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
it's about to
Ethereum.
slam down.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Ethereum to hit 1500, and I'm gonna load up so hard. 1500 to 800 average price. I'm gonna load up so hard. This correction's needed though. I'm kind of glad this correction's happening because we've just been, I don't know, especially the indices. They've just been up and up and up and up.
That didn't last long. We went up like only really this week, and like the start of the week, like first 3 days, and then Thursday, Friday just killed it.
I'm not talking about this week. I'm talking about like overall.
Oh, okay. You're talking about like September running up here, all that.
Yeah. Guys, who remembers election month? Remember that? Oh my god, dude! Stock market, crypto market, just absolutely on a tear. Crazy.
I still think lower now. We have no really drive to move higher for any reason. So for what I see, I think just consolidating. It looks like if we don't want to move high, we're getting a lot of wicks but close back down. This is about to just drop here.
Yep.
See this closure for this breaker. This could be something you guys try if you guys want. It just, you're kind of short near the lows, but I mean the breaker would look like entry on the retap back in, and then you're trying to put your stop above. I think it's too high risk for me to really want. But I don't think I'm trying to trade my Apex aggressively today. I'm trying to get my payout here for Apex.
Yeah.
I can trade my live with Tradeify. I haven't touched that yet. But all my other accounts are green from Asia. Oh, Brett's here. So while speaking of Tradeify, should I blow this count on stream? I haven't touched it yet. Just call the bottom. I don't think we're gonna get the bottom, man. This is gonna be bottomless.
Dude, I feel like if you've had a long more than 10 minutes today, like you literally just got liquidated.
This is bottomless. Oh, we got the breaker validation here. If you guys like that, it's just kind of tough. I would want a bigger retrace. We're just way too close to the lows, but that's the only thing I see right now, to be frank. Oh, Brett was Lance, do you know Brett was live with my op today?
Who's your op? PW?
Yeah.
Oh.
How was that? How was that, Brett?
Up at the BDH.
BDH.
I don't even know what that stands for, but yeah.
Oh, you got decimated? Were you guys trying to long this move down? That's the thing. I don't know anything about AM because I just don't even go in my office until like around noon. I just skip
Lucky
AM
you.
completely. Philip C says long now. Trust in Philip C. I think this is a short here. The breaker's giving that too, but I can't really say this is like even a B setup. This should be a C just because we're so close. But if we break these lows, I'm somewhat confident we impulse through them. What do you guys think, chat? Getting very close to impulsing these lows.
He's gonna run around lows after beating me, and then just.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
It's fine. I'm plus 20 is plus 20. I'm gonna take that. I don't care. Frig it.
It's gonna dump any second now. Just consolidating. But I feel like if I want to long this, we either get a flip on the 15-minute or a strong flip on the 5, or we just take out the weekly low at 376 here, or 340. It's gonna be one of these two. Could be both. Like if we do this real quick, and then we can show some relief here, because I don't really have any other levels until like much lower here. I guess I have this too. But it's just been just a short game. Along around 880 was up about 500, then finished negative 2K. That's tough. You just gotta hit the reverse button. Make your stop your entry, and then you'll never lose.
Right, how fucked would it be if I got an answer from Apex before you did?
Yo, I would kind of be mad because I requested 2 days before you.
What did you request?
Friday, I'm pretty sure. Did I say Friday? I told you the day.
You requested almost a week before me because I requested yesterday, Thursday yesterday.
I don't even know. It's either Friday or Monday. I forget. It's one of those days.
GG.
But I hope they don't do me like that. Oh, Brett is max long 3 cons here on top step. Longs here? I need to delete some of the arrows real quick. Look, this is a 15-minute chart. This is what it looks like now. A lot of consolidation you can see here. Big wicks, but closed down. If I were to long this is what I want to see. We would most likely need a closure above 500s here on the 15-minute chart, and then I'll use this as a change to delivery, and then we could play for these Mackays here. That's kind of like my breaking point if I were to long this. Really decimating through the breaker right now. It's because Brett Simba came up. So yeah, 15-minute closure above 505s. That'll give me the willingness to play. And we're about to get a 2 p.m. close. You know what happens when we get 2 p.m. close? We got a nice hourly gap reformed here, which actually could be a nice, somewhat of a short-term draw for longs.
I don't know if I want to touch upside at all. until we get like a true pivot, like actual large displays, I think everything that we meet here, any type of buy sequence that we meet here, is just gonna come right back down.
Yeah.
Like, I bet what you can do here is catch pivot, in my opinion.
I mean, show me something for the market to actually not only look for shorts, because what I've seen looking at even AM, every quick move up has just been sold, and we hadn't had a real like attempt at driving higher yet.
100 points is crazy. Woo. 3 cons, 100
nothing,
points.
Where we're down on what, 520 right now. All he needs is a fifth of what happened today.
No. I don't think we'll get that, to be honest. I think he's trolling too, but
he's not trolling. When Desi was here the other day, he was also trading subs that he was showing us.
No, I bet he's probably trading, but are you actually
for 100 points?
Yeah.
Well, we are down 500 today. I mean, if he's expecting relief today, I think 100 points is not too bad to ask for.
I don't know. Root for you. I don't know. I don't know if we'll get it though. Five, 4, 8. Would that be? Would that be 100 points for you? 5, 4, 8.
5, 4, 8. If he, does that mean he longed at 48 then? That's pretty.
I think so.
At least we're getting some displacement. I need to see this whole though, because every move higher has been kind of the whole tie for that drive higher has been like less than 10 candles. So flip here, we need to see this continue holding and pushing. You know what's funny? Last time, dude, Leto, I think Brett was showing the trader pulse, which is basically a trade 5 users, and what's the majority of users, if they're long or short, and what their average is. And I think it was yesterday or something like that. It was dumping really hard, and a lot of people were actually longs. And then it's like that's just a fade. That'll probably be the same thing as top step traders too, because they like, you know, I guess general traders just like cashing the bottom. And we're so short bias that the majority of them would still just be holding through it.
I feel like once there's a new wave of traders that come in, like newer traders, prop firms are only gonna get even more profitable. Because, like, dude, it's. I'm not even kidding. Like, if I'm being completely honest, I think running a prop firm, you could be more profitable sooner than you could be off a casino. Because a casino is like a 50-50. Prop firms, like, bro, people just don't know how to manage at all. They just don't know how to do anything. So it's just like.
So you're saying like, people are more likely to make money in casino?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, prop firms, because a lot of them just purely gamble. Like I guess scaling up, obviously if you blow accounts, sure, whatever. But it's just like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people that do trade, they have no system in place whatsoever.
Chat saying casino is never 50-50.
Casino's not 50-50. You think so?
I don't know, unless they're saying like they have an edge because they're cheating you, or they have more experience than you. I don't know what the case is.
No clue.
It's like 51-50. Then that'll be 51-49 then. Unless they're outright cheating, I guess.
All right. So I go to Hard Rock right now, Las Vegas. I play blackjack. Yeah. You're saying it's not 50-50?
Well, 50-50 would mean 50% would still win too, but most of them would lose.
Dang. So why do rich people still go to Hard Rock and gamble?
Why does rich people?
Yeah, no, I go. Listen. Time out. Listen, I actually agree with chat with this one. I just had a bit of a thought process.
Mm-hmm.
Someone I knew, he obviously has money. Guys, there was a point in where like there was casinos in Vegas, like Hard Rock or like certain different casinos in Vegas, that were offering to fly him out first class, give him a penthouse, give him like a whole stay, just for him to gamble at that casino. Isn't that like that's like the most like that's literally that being like, yeah, we'll pay for everything just so you can come here and lose money.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
That's like if that's not like the leading indication,
predatory.
I don't know what it is.
Like, we'll take care of you. We'll give a hotel, a 5-star hotel. We'll feed you, give you a VIP experience. Just trade or just make play with us. Play with us with a lot of your money.
You say trade?
Oh, I didn't mean trade because I forgot we were talking about casino.
Ah, flame him. This dude just said trade. Oh nah. You know what that means, right?
I'm a gambler at trading too.
You view trading as gambling? Nah.
Imagine prop firms give you that experience. They're like, you know what? We'll give you a free account. You know, we'll give you whatever you want. just trade with us.
Yeah. Free account, but you have to, buy, a certain amount more accounts. Yeah, I think prop firms are harder, especially for newer people. It's just if you're completely brand new, I feel like prop firms are so profitable. Like they're a prop firm's dream goal is to have traders like that who are completely inexperienced, who have money to blow or money to spend.
That's the thing, because I saw a post almost like, they're like, how does all these future traders not basically bankrupt these firms? And then my response is like, you can count on your hands how many like really milkers are there that's doing like hundreds of thousands per month. But then you have tens of thousands of basically losers, outright losers.
Hundreds of thousands almost.
Yeah, like it's absurd.
Yeah. Ratios is not there.
So when people would talk about like it's not sustainable, like they gotta look at the numbers, man. Even look at the like numbers of groups. You ask them like, okay, are you net positive or are you net negative? Majority are net negative still, so that stat line alone is like that's probably why these prop firms are still able to survive and make a lot of money.
Apex has that on lock. They really do. Like they really have a model and it really works.
Yeah, they really well. That's also another thing. Like, how many people are getting 20 accounts to pay out and getting them consistently? Very little. And then how many people are trying to do that? Like tens of thousands again, and they're failing.
Is that a true statistic? Only about 1% of Apex traders ever reach more than one payout. That's crazy.
I don't know if that stat line is out there, unless you run the. Well, that's like you don't even know their total user base. I guess you could calculate how many unique users that get payout, but then like there's a lot of users maybe who just like tried it out, buy one account, and then just quit. So that's not really like them an accurate stat. We have an hourly fair value app above. ES tapped into it, NQ didn't. I can see this trying to drive in, perhaps even drive it for lower. You milking guys are the marketing budget. Well, we're showing this possible too, like which is the case because there's a handful, like a lot of people in both our Discord who are doing the same thing. They're getting hundreds of thousands. If it's not like 6 figures, it's 5 figures still. So we're not selling a dream. We're just showing what's possible and telling you how we're doing it too.
Bro, that's why you just gotta avoid it, bro. It's so double-sided. Like if you portray to one, like I don't know, if you do something, so someone will comment, you'll go do the exact same opposite thing just to like benefit that one guy, and then you'll have somebody else say something. It's just like you might as well do what you want, get paid either way, So no matter what you do, bro, like people are gonna hate. So that's to anyone in here as well. Like no matter what you do in life, especially if it's like a good metric, like the more successful you are, the more haters you're gonna have naturally.
Yeah.
It's just a harder metric. So people out there, they'll make accusations, they'll make claims of you, certain things, be like, oh, this, that. That's just them trying to cope in reality. So the reality is, anything's really achievable. You just gotta put hard work in, obviously. Most people don't do that. And so what they do afterwards is they take that same lazy mentality and they shift it into negative energy to cope. In my opinion, but yeah.
What advice can you give to break-even traders? I think break-even traders, to me, if you're like, what does break-even mean exactly? Or are you saying like you spent like say 5,000 in prop expenses, you got 5,000 back, or you just traded like a personal account and you're just still break even still. Whatever the case, I think that's still like quitting in a way, because you got your education. A lot of people, you know, they get their experience from losing. A lot of people. So if you were still break even, I guess you're not doing too bad. You're like a few steps away from profitability. Break even for months in a row for props. I think that's still that should still be a win in my books. You're like one step away from profitability. We're trying to get a drive inside this hourly gap here. Why does every trader sell something? Okay, that's also another thing. Like, let's say for Discord, would it be deserving for someone to get paid for them to like say live stream every single day for a few hours and teach people and
Can I have the real answer?
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off. It's money on the table. It's the same way as other athletes take it, or not athletes, but other people in other sports take it. You look at Travis Kelce, tight end. He has no right to be, or if with that mentality, he has no right to be doing anything outside of basketball, right? What about all his paid sponsorships?
You said Travis
What about
Kelce?
his shoe deal? Huh? Yeah, Travis Kelce.
He's a football player,
Yeah. What about his all these different deals that he does? What about the Pfizer commercial he did, where he got paid $10 million just to take a shot for a 30-second commercial? You know, it's money left on the table. What? It's as simple as this. When you have a skill set, when you have something that you could provide, why would you leave money on the table, right? Why would you do it for free? It's as simple as that. There's with anything good in life, there's a premium to it. Every single time, there's a price you have to pay to anything ever good. For example, trading. You want to get good trading, you got to lose a lot of money prior hand, you know, or prior to it.
Yeah.
It's a part of what it is. That's all it is. And I understand there's people out there, guys, who are unprofitable and they sell shit. That's fair. And I know quite a few people like that. But that's why it's super key
to
just
filter them out. It's not that hard to see through that now.
Yeah.
Like you ask them for performance, you see their alerts. Is it like you basically try them for a month and you know they're full of shit if they can't deliver.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's the same. If you're good at something, why wouldn't you go out there and you know, why would you leave money on the table? That's my question.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair case. My other case would be like, why would I go out my way to, you know, help or to like, let's say live stream every day and like hold their hands for free? Like, I mean, people can do that, but like if I don't choose to do that, is that wrong of me?
Yeah.
And then I think very similar to YouTube. YouTube is free. Like, there's one thing to fund the channel, I guess, would be either having it paid, so only paid viewers can watch it, like it'd be like $10 a month, or have it free and then have affiliation link where they could use the support. I don't think there's anything wrong with that either.
Yeah, I don't get the hate behind
affiliate.
affiliate.
I think it's envy, to be honest.
You know, people they mix up with affiliation is if you're affiliated, if you have an affiliate code on Apex,
privilege,
which by the way, anyone's, I don't want to say this in a mean way, but your fucking grandmother could go out there and make an affiliate code right now if she wanted to. Like anyone could do that, but just because a trader with a certain following has it, supposedly he has an influencer privilege. That's their mentality. That's just coping. That's what coping is.
I mean, I wish I had privilege. I'm still under review for 5 trading days, bro. Like, if it was Patrick, I swear he would have already got paid by now. that's just like what I speculate.
I don't know.
And I got denied plenty of times before too, which I think everyone has. Yeah, we're pushing. I mean, that's the hourly thing I was looking at. We got the flip here, and also like a 5-minute breaker. I don't think we really retrace back inside this, but you know, it's a very difficult area too, because I like longs because the hourly I'm making a gap, but we just had no really willingness to move, which I still think this is likely for a move higher for low, and like the lower here. We just rebalance hourly here and then come back down. Still think that's a plan here.
Move. Brett, 548.
Yo, wait, did it hit? Oh, it did hit 548. I was like, shit, did he get 100? He's gonna come back. He's gonna be like, there it is.
Wait, is he trading across 5 accounts? Because if we hit 548, he'll be up 30K on Top Step, which would be crazy.
I don't know if he's trading eval or funded. Maybe it's funded already. But That'd be
He said
good.
XFAs. He said
Oh,
XFAs.
he's actually okay. Because he was trading evals with me and Desi the other day. Like, maybe he already passed them. The difference with athletes is they're proven legends. Here in prop space, we see tons of con artists. I think that's the same thing, same aspect though. Like, if you're paying for a service, right? Just try them for a month. If they're not helping at all, easily just cut them off. Don't pay for them again.
Yeah, if they are inconsistent in terms of like showing up on schedule or calling the markets live or certain rates, or whatever it is, if you watch them and you're like, okay, like any normal trader can do what he does, or
He's
if he's
average.
like, yeah, he's average, or like, there's nothing special about him. There's your answer. Right. There's obviously gonna be durations where like people want to lose. A good thing is it's the way you identify how a trader is you get the full package. So if you just look at the whole thing. So if you're in someone's like room for like a month or whatever it is, Brian's live stream, there's I'm sure in a month there's gonna be a couple of days where he's red, there's gonna be a lot of days where he's green, but you're able to get a good judgment between the green days and the red days. Because if he's green, sure, it's nice. Obviously, he's calling the markets live. But how does he react off red days? When you see traders and how they move off red days, it gives you a good understanding behind how they actually trade and if they're profitable or not. So it's a good thing to more so experience both. Because if you're not able to learn off either or at all, then your service is not being fulfilled, right? The service you purchased, it's not being fulfilled. That's more so it.
Yeah.
Am I long? No, I'm not long. I'm done.
I'm just like I feel like I could navigate through this price action, but I'm not really convicted. Because I'm like, if we can get this breaker flip, I'm open for longs all the hourly, but I'm trying to tape read this, and this wick here was very challenging. We got the breaker here. We got the chain state delivery at least on this closure. And now we're kind of rejecting from this 5-minute breaker here. If we can get through this, I think longs are pretty much fair game for the rest of the session. I'm just not too confident. I mean, I took that short already with Lanto. I took shorts in Asia.
Yeah.
I'm not really trying to put more risk on unless it's very clear to me. And I really average about 2-3 trades per day now. So I'm open for one more trade if there's anything. Thank God it's Friday. Friday's always good.
Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah, this weekend I'm gonna sleep the hell in, catch up on some sleep, and wake up at 2 p.m. and then just probably go to the mall or like I don't know, just hang out with somebody. That's it, dude.
Hang out with somebody.
the best type of weekends are the ones like I literally just do nothing. I feel like those are the best. Like just down and chill and just relaxing. Those are the best. I feel like when you just sleep in, wake up, have nothing to do, bro. Because it's so easy to get overwhelmed. Like if you're doing stuff like me and Brian are doing. And so when you have downtime like that, it's just so good. When you have downtime to where you literally have to not worry about anything, which is kind of untrue because like, at least for me, like even when I do have downtime, that stuff's still in the back of my head. But it's just good to fuck off for a little bit, and just be like, yeah, I don't even want to think about NQ or ES. I don't even want to think about that. Just I'm off it,
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's changed to a lot of traders now. They're like, I hate the weekends. I can't trade. But then when you're so experienced and you're doing so well, it's like you need some time off, even though you just love trading. Like even for you, like even for us right now, we're probably this week has been phenomenal for us. But we're not gonna be greedy. Like, oh, let's trade Saturday, let's trade Sunday. Because it could be a thing soon, right? They said 24/7 market. Would you do that?
No.
I don't think I would either. I feel like the price action could be ass too.
No.
This is like 50-50 for me because we retraced to hourly. We're rejecting from it. Rejecting from this 5-minute breaker here too. But one thing I know is if we can clear this breaker, I'll be confident to long the rest of the session. But until then, like I'm still like 50-50 because we just look at the hourly. This is still bearish. We still have a draw lower. I'm not really too fond of playing with this.
He's already 23 hours a day, yeah. And I feel like if they stretch that out to Saturdays and Sundays, the price will just, I don't know. I feel like when you have less, when the markets are open for less, there's a lot more that goes on or a lot more that gets done versus if it's just ultra stretched out. Just a lot of dead time, a lot more dead time.
I feel like when 24/7 market comes out, a prop firm is gonna make more money. People will be like, "Oh, I can trade Saturday now. I can trade Sunday now."
Oh, yeah.
And it's like it's gonna be the most choppiest price action, and they're like, "I can't do this," and they already lost a lot of money. Because it's so convenient though, because you're sitting in your bed on the weekend, like I don't have anything to do. I might as well trade. Might as well get some more experience screen-side in. I think I'm looking at chat. Some people are talking about Edge. One thing is like for me, for the streams, even the Discord or YouTube, everything I trade, I kind of walk through everything. I don't really hide anything. Because every trade, you understand why I'm taking it. So I'm not really hiding any sauce. The only thing I'm hiding is the Asia sauce. Because Lanto said I can't share it. He told me to sign an NDA.
You just broke the rules of what an NDA is. You're not supposed to say that. That's what an NDA is.
I thought you just can't speak about it, but you can say that you have an NDA though.
This dude will go out there and be like, I'm gonna sign an NDA, just talk about the NDA.
Yeah, you need an NDA to hide me from stop me from talking about the NDA. I think I have rights to talk about it.
Bro, that was crazy. There's 718 people in here. I guarantee you one person's gonna believe that.
Why wouldn't they believe it? It's the truth.
Yeah, right? All right, let's talk about what you did on FaceTime a couple days ago.
Listen.
Yeah?
Something that connect the dots is Lanto traded Asia for, I don't know, like a year now, maybe more. He got me into Asia. And look at me now. I'm trading Asia basically every day now. Why is that? It's because he gave me this Asia algorithm that doesn't really lose. So you see my month's performance is from the algorithm.
Okay. Look at you. No, it's you.
And I'm willing to share, but you guys have to ask permission from Lanto. So like, whenever you see him on Twitter or anything, you say, please let Brian share the algo, the Asia sauce. And then if he gives me permission, that'll be my first video I'll upload.
Imagine? No. It's quite simple, but I don't know. I want to really refine Asia. Some people don't like trading Asia, which is fair because it's slower typically, but it's, for me, I find it simpler sometimes because since we are slower, objectives are a lot clearer in terms of like you have a lot less of indecisive of, okay, where can we go? Because for New York, sometimes we're so volatile to a point, especially on like a 1 minute time frame or 5 minute time frame. You have so many imbalances, so many internal areas of liquidity, so many externals to more so base judgment off of. With like Asia, you maybe have 1 or 2 good 5 minute gaps to work off of and clear liquidity, whether it's high or low. So it's a little bit cleaner.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just very choppy, but you just don't trade.
Where can we start learning Asia? I mean, I do trade Asia on both our Discords. The only thing that I can't really physically say the sauce, but if you backtest like my analysis, I'm sure you can derive from it. You basically decrypt the algorithm.
I actually owe Brian because he's the one who put me on futures. You know, guys. Listen, guys. Before I got on props, this dude was already like he was on ICT before ICT was ICT. If that makes sense. Like he was on ICT when ICT was sub like 10K followers, I think, sub 20K followers. So he put us on, but I was like, oh no, I trade retail concepts. You know, I make this amount of money. At this, I'm here trading options, making like 15K a month. I'm like, dude, I'm doing real good. Like, why would I need to change it? My mentality was, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But then he just kept going and going and going, and I got annoyed. But like, it's a good thing that he kept going, or he kept going. And being a W guy, eventually I gave in. I was like, fuck it, you know, I'll give it a try. I gave it a try, and then obviously the rest was history. The best thing I've ever done was transition into futures, by far, because I'm an indice trader, right? And there's no point on being on indices through options when you have futures, obviously.
Data is just like, you could be right on the trade, but just if it takes too long, you're down or you're even though you're right.
Yeah. Dude, but this dude, like, would fucking, he'd be like, let's go, cop.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And I kept
bro,
pushing your prop
no.
firms too. Every prop
Yeah.
firm, like do Apex, do top, let's scale them up.
It
But
was,
you
it was,
know,
like,
you
it
know
was,
one thing that turned it to, I was like,
what?
I'm pretty content just doing 20,000 per month. I think like this was a year ago, a year and a half.
Yeah.
But then you're like, what? Yo, scale that up. I'm like, I'm comfortable. I'm good. I'm getting good finances. Like I'm saving up. I have like a lot of money in the bank now. And you're like, why not just keep on scaling up? They're like, we have the ability to do so. And I was stuck on that for so long until I broke out that shell.
I remember that discussion. Like, Brian's a very calculated guy, so he's talking about like data, and he's like, it's statistically not, you know, or something about like how like it'll be like very hard statistically to be able to do that. And I was like, dude, like, you gotta really more have faith.
You gotta break.
Yeah, you gotta more so just have faith, you know. That's really it. Faith in your ability, faith in your trading, and boom, and now fucking Brian's doing what 6 figures a month easily. So
yeah,
it's all about, and we say that as if like it happened really fast. No, it didn't. It was a process. It took months and months and months.
Every day, like 8 hours per day minimum.
Yeah.
And outside the market too.
Yeah.
Chat, I really don't know. I'm not too convicted. I think downside still, but if you're able to like be confident and trade, you can go for it. But like this area is just so tough for me. It's always tough when we're like a very low day and we're just chopping around. Because I don't know if we want to break up yet. The only thing I know is this hourly is still holding. So this is still bearish bias. We rejected the 5-minute breaker. So shorts should be the advantage. So like if gun in my head, 70% of me saying short right now.
Bro, are you BE or not? Dude, yeah, you came so close. Holy shit.
Damn, he's 25 away from TP. 5x
What,
phase, right?
Yeah, you would have been up, what, like 30K? How we hit?
3 minis? How many is 100 points? 3 minis. Is that 6K per?
Yeah, 6K times 5 accounts, 30K.
So he was 3/4 of it. So 3/4 of 30K is a what? 20 something? But, you know,
I don't think a YouTube video. I don't know who that is, but I don't think a YouTube video would turn someone profitable. I'll be completely honest.
Look up Asia ATM model on YouTube. Is all you need to trade Asia. I don't know what that video is unless it's like lentil sauce that I was referring to. If it's not that, I don't think that's the video.
It could be a good education, but nothing will matter unless they like backtest it or they live trade it consistently, right? Screen time is what matters, because you can make a YouTube video on a model and you could be like, oh, this, that, but it's all about putting it in real time. It's like coaching someone in practice and being like, yo, okay, do this, or this is what I would do here, this, that. But when you're in the actual game, it's way different, you know? So it's just repetition building, but
that's the thing.
Like
real life, real time is very different from back testing or whatever data they have, because, you know, they could just cherry pick examples. Why not just see them trade real time?
Yeah. Yeah, it could be solid education, but I think calling it live is super important as well.
Jay, I actually saying that. He's like, she said, "Come on, Lanto, we need that Asia sauce. You making 80K a night without us." See, they really want it. If you guys really want it, I need him to break the NDA. You just gotta tell him on Twitter every time you see him on your timeline. Just say, "Please release the Asia sauce."
I'm usually consistent with Asia, but like this month with Apex, I made like bro. There's been nights where I've been in deep drawdown through Apex, and I've just traded New York and gone out of it. But yeah, it's been a little bit up and down. New York's definitely been. That's why I keep New York my primary. But yeah, usually Asia.
The majority was for this month.
What do you mean majority?
For me, like I posted recently, Asia has been more than PM for me. Probably like 60-40.
Probably New York, only because there's been some nights where I've dealt with drawdown and I've had to work out of it.
Okay.
But yeah, I've definitely been consistent to Rage. It's just been New York. I've just made more money. Like last night, I was a bit of drawdown, I believe, and then I got out through London and through New York. So yeah.
There's the same trolls and the same chat every single time saying the same nonsense. But, you know, I don't really like, or I think my mindset, I don't really like blocking anyone, no matter what they say, unless they're just spamming it. But people are entitled to their opinions. If they don't like me having affiliates, Discord, if they don't like me milking props for whatever reason, because I'm already public with my expenses versus props like every single, I don't know, month basically. But there's always something about it. But the real sauce is basically from the live trades, man. From both of us, we trade every single day for the last however many years now, and this year is probably our best trading year. Do you agree on that, Lanto?
Yeah, this
Like
one's
most
definitely been
accurate
pretty
wise,
good.
like, it doesn't have to be money wise, but like I feel like for me, so far 2025 is like doing much better already.
Yeah, you gotta thank Trump, you know. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it's been nice. It's been good overall. There's been some periods where it's like but overall it's been pretty consistent.
A lot of people I also see too, like they were talking about March trading records, pretty much a good record, just like mine. Which I'm pretty flawless on March too. Pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know.
See what April brings.
I think my downsides on Apex are just take payouts because these are so in the money now. It's just like I don't.
You're ahead. You're way ahead now.
Yeah.
What's next? Tell the people what's next. If you're like kind of slowing down Apex, what are you trying to run up next? Is it TBT? Is it Top Step? Is it personal?
I sized up on my personal this week pretty hefty. That's just because there's been a couple days where I would get my work done through Asia or through London through Apex. But yeah, probably my personal. I don't know. If I'll be completely honest, I don't know any other firm that would get me motivated to trade on them again. Because like TPT was nice, bro, but like you're capped at a 20k payout like off that. Obviously, unless you run up the live, but it's just like I don't know. You have all these different rules and stuff. Top Step, your cap payout is 25k. It's just it's not there for me. It's not motivating. I feel like Apex, I'm still gonna do.
What about TPT?
Let's just talk about it. TPT. Yeah, TPT, you're kind of capped out as well until you get moved live. But it's just it's like the rules.
You still have 5 live counts though. You know, yeah. I was gonna make a thread on it. I think the live count is actually better than the pro count for many reasons.
Yeah.
Like I think you will actually enjoy the live much more because like the first thing is like 90-10 split versus 80-20 split. With the only difference is one is sim, one is live feed. That shouldn't really bother anyone too much, unless you're like a high frequency trader, which I don't think we're nowhere near that.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine you, because you could literally be so convicted, did 5 live counts on TPT, and then just take a big trade and just hold it, and it could be like up like 10-15k per account, and then you just withdraw the night after. That would be like one very high probability setup that you sized up in, and then you take the money out and like you're just like, oh, I just made 60k. Boom, 90-10 split too. That's the thing I want to try. Like I don't think I'm like ready to scale up yet because I'm just trying to get payouts, accumulate a lot of funds. Like my Apex right now, they're all above 10k right now. They're 11, I think now. I want to just keep on building up a few $100 per day, get the payout first, and then once I get like close to, was it 5 payouts? Is it 5 payouts before you get uncapped?
I think so.
Or 3 months, I forgot.
Six payouts. After the 6 payout, you get
6
uncapped.
I think somewhere down the line there, that's when I start like trying to run it up.
Yeah, I think my personal accounts just ruin my perception of prop firms because anytime I view any prop firms, I'm like, I could just easily do that on my personal. So there's just no motivation for me. Like Apex, these 300Ks, these are the only prop accounts or the only firm in the industry to where I still make more money than I do on my live account. Like for example, Top Step, say you want to do 25k payout, I'm making more a month off that than on my personal. Same with TPT. It's just like it's very limited. It's on top of that you have rules. Say you want to copy trade Top Step in TPT, you have obviously you have intraday trailing drawdown versus end of day trailing drawdown. Yeah. So it's just like I don't know. I think I'm more so this year. I'm more so Apex driven, and then just funneling that into just the live and really.
So like, let's say end goal. If you take like a big payout, are you just gonna run with a personal and just do like 30 contracts, similar to like I guess what Kane's doing?
Yeah, most likely. I mean, we'll see. What I'll do though, if I do get like a fat payout after the uncap, I'm gonna finally take a fucking vacation. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fuck off for a good maybe 2 weeks to a month, and really just sit down and just chill. Cause ever since like 2023, I've planned so many vacations and I haven't done any of them. Just because I've been
Yeah.
so driven on this
Flaking,
goal.
Mr. Flake over here.
Yeah, but if I do like $1 million, $2 million payout,
That'd be early in
I'm
the
gonna have
years too.
fun.
But that'd be like not even halfway through the year yet.
Yeah,
If we keep it in space.
yeah, yeah. Dude, if I pace out this month, every month this year, up until like say until like June, gee. But I don't think I'm a downside actually. I've been very risk on recently, so my brain's a little fried because it's been a little more
That's
challenging.
one thing too, because you're still far away from uncapped payouts.
Yeah.
So like that money, it seems like it's profits, but it's just sim profits, it's paper money until it hits your bank, until like you actually get close to uncapped payouts.
Yep. Exactly.
So I think the best idea just you could do $100 per day, get 70,000 payout, 70,000 payout. Basically, do that for our next month, and you get very close already.
Yeah.
And they can't really do anything about it.
I just hope they approve trade cap, because if they do that, that'll give me the green light on mine.
Dude, they haven't approved mine yet, man. JCap, well, yeah. I think, I don't know. JCap is already, that's his probably like third, fourth payout already. So I think like after your first few that's already like verified, they probably have less scrutiny on it. But I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just hoping this will be my 5th trade day. If they don't approve me by Wednesday, I'll request again, basically. It'll be like 2 requests out, which would be nice though, because I'll be getting paid at the same time. It could be like 100K payout right there. They will approve and then they block you? What the heck? Why would they block me? I thought we had influence privilege. If that's the case, that would mean Lanto wouldn't have got no eval purchase either. But you're in your last life, Lanto. Gotta make your best out of it.
I am, guys. I'm banned from trading evals, so.
Yep.
You know, my focus on Apex for a long time was just leverage. Now it's just like I just care about running these accounts up, which is why obviously these have dragged out for as long as they have. Because I'm actually trying to build consistency long term.
I'm just sitting here watching charts while we're talking, and I'm like, I don't even know where I'm thinking price is heading. Like I just see it going both ways, which is just doing it, just going back and forth. That's just how like. This feels like yesterday PM, I think, where it's just very choppy. It's back and forth, which was horrendous. And we left the lows the same way too. You need to have Charmaine join. I don't know who he is, but I'll keep in mind. Maybe, yo, I'm open to it. I'm always open to having guests on. I think maybe next month we'll try to do like 1 or 2 streams of the week, bringing someone on. But then the majority should just be me, just like locking in. Yeah, what do you guys think price action right now? I still think lower. I really do here. The hourly just tells me that. We have nothing on the 15 minute except the 15 minute hasn't got closure up, so like that's still conviction for lower. That's all I really have going on this right now. It's just really choppy here. Good thing is pretty green already from Asia, and then that trade that Lanto gave. So we're just like, we're just waiting really, seeing if there's anything else new.
Just patience now. How, chat, type 1 in chat if you're 1 for 1 and you're just flat now. Just stress free, chilling, taking your compound or a good day. Let's see. Type 2 if you're like break even or red.
You should just do green or red at this rate.
Yeah, I just want to see how many people are actually disciplined.
But yeah, a lot of people are. It's also a win too if you didn't get liquidated, because I feel like I just saw my timeline before I even got into the computer. I'm like, there's a lot of people posting that red, which good transparency, but like a lot of money gone, and like these are big people too, like Rips, Features Farmer guy, and a few other people I saw. It's like 50, 100K gone basically. We're moving lower here. Damn. What entry could I have played here? I'm just so dumbfounded because I did like this retrace and rejection. After that, the only thing I could really see, like, perhaps is chain state delivery here, which we've been holding. But then we just kept on chopping back and forth and not refusing. So I think you just let that trade either hit break even, which you almost did here even, or come for the lows. What about 1256 candle? 1256. This one here, I don't think I'm gonna short just because of that. Because that's still in that hourly breaker I'm looking at. I'm talking about setup, reset setups, like low time frame setups here. How I play it. How do you set your mind after blowing a funded count? I think for me, it's always slowly building back up. The moment I try to just get like 20 counts again, let's say I blow out like all my Apex, which I hope not. If there's like 10, 11,000 each, like 200,000 right there. If I blow all my Apex, it will be detrimental for me just to get another 20 counts to try to run it back. I try to build up like 5, 10 at a time and then add to it to get maximum 20.
Oops, I drive back down. So we did see a nice little reprice, but I ultimately, what do you guys are looking at the 5-minute time frame, or the 1-minute time frame, or even the 50, whatever time frame it is? There is absolutely, yeah, there is absolutely nothing here, in my opinion, that tells you to go long, at least for a long-term move.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are actually trying to play long. I mean, Brett had a good long. He long, like, I don't know what his motto is or what his strategy is, but he's like, I'm long 448, and that was like basically low that swing, and then magically we just pumped up like 70 points or something. Kind of crazy. I think it's just better be hands off or just look at shorts. Like, I can't long this. Because remember, the only reason I would long is if we could flip this 15-minute. We'll also get this chase a delivery. We can't even get that. What I'm saying is, like, every drive higher has just been met with a sell down. Brett probably just looked at his Tradeify users, like what position they're holding, and they're like, oh, everyone's short right now? They short the lows? Okay, let me long. It paid.
That's crazy.
I think if we get a retrace, we're gonna slam down. We flip the 5 here. It just still looks like a short to me.
Right, I think I'm gonna head out here. We'll call it early. Good stuff today, guys. Beautiful work.
1 for 1 for Lanzo.
Yeah.
Pretty easy hit.
Like, call it, guys. If you're green, just call it. Or if Brian decides to give it out a trade, honestly, and you're green, just look to take it somewhere else. But yeah. All right, I'm wrap it up. Have a good weekend, guys. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace out.
All right, see you, man. All right, chat. Time to get to real business trading this chop pair. Yeah, but I think one thing is, like, if I were just alone, I don't know if I'll still trade this. It's just very hard. I would probably be looking actively for shorts after this rejection. But then again, like, I feel like I'll just get break even pretty quickly. I hope you guys did well. Do you guys want to look at Asia, or we took in Asia? If that's something you guys want to review, I did post a little recap on it, but I can go over it too. We basically gave 3 market ideas, which kind of all pan out. It's still open. If you guys want to study, kind of like how I trade Asia, you can actually do that if you shit. How the heck do I find the invite link? I'm so lost here. Invite people. Oh yeah. Let's just move back. I think we're just gonna try to retrace and then slam down here. But all the Asia alerts are open, and this is basically what we did. I think some of the alerts didn't get tagged right, like the first one. Let's see, was it last night? Last night, right? No, not this one. Not this one. Okay, wrong one. Okay, it's higher then. Yeah, it was here. It's here. Like first thing was like see this 15-minute gap, very similar to the way that Lanto trade, like literally on stream today. We have an unmitigated gap. We're short bias. We have a draw lower. You just want to see a retap back in and a 1 minute confirmation to enter. So you don't want to enter because it moves up. You want to enter when it starts turning. So this is what it looked like here. It wicked in, and then we got a 1 minute flip, and then we just played for the lows, and it basically smashed the lows. That's the first trade. That was like the most easiest trade, pretty much. And then this is what I was looking at. We had this breaker, but then I said very emphasizing, like, it's much more risky. Why? The draw is already taken. So I would rather see, like, we could react, but I'm not taking this. If we close above the breaker, then I would like longs, because now the draw is Asia highs. This is what it did here. We closed on ES. I was waiting for NQ. Some of you guys were able to get that flip here. I wasn't able to. We were looking for the chain state delivery. But then shortly later here, this is what we wanted. Kind of retrace back to this chain state delivery, the 15-minute. And then, yeah, basically, that's the idea. We want to just retrace inside the breaker, 5-minute breaker, 15-minute chain state delivery. Next one should show it. Yeah, still going. It's a lot of alerts because I'm just kind of sharing real-time thoughts. And then this is where we're actually looking for entries here. It just taps in on ES, NQ taps in as well. This is what it looks like. 15-minute chain state delivery here. Retap. We have equal highs above as well as Asia highs. This is a pretty clear case that you want to be looking at longs because we already took the Asia lows as well as weekly lows. We flipped it. Now our bias is looking upside to take out the internal liquidity above. And that's basically that's what happened here. This is basically the end goal here. So that's basically my recap on Asia. And it's still open. If you guys want to join and then just look at basically look at other sessions that I did here too. It shows every single alerts this whole month. So let's say this trade here. This trade was March 25th. You can see how I framed that up before that. Like here, before I even moved here. Same thing, like I'm looking for this setup to play out. So if that's how I would study trading Asia, if you were able to, if you want to trade Asia, you just look at the previous alerts and commentary, and then get an understanding of how we really frame up every setup, how we use our commentary to play it, and then what entry criteria what we do. It just Asia is typically more internal based, so you're looking at Asia lows, Asia highs as our what do you call it, like as our draw essentially. That's what I'm trying to say. So knowing that, you're able to just trade Asia pretty easily. Can we get a free Asia next week? The Asia was free already this whole week essentially. We're not gonna do that again. But yeah, the Discord is $100. You get Asia premium and you also get Desi. So it's like basically 50-50. It's not bad. I think it's a pretty good price. Yeah, hourly fair value gap retap. We're going for low. We're going for these lows, and I think we impulse all the way down here. So a lot of people were pretty like long biased for some odd reason. I would be only long short-term bullet bias. And there's a lot of trolls that comes on too. But this is pretty much just playing purely on charts here. Looks like we got a 5-minute retap here, basically a BPR. Just to slam lower right there. If you're able to get that, it's pretty much killer. We're about to slam these lows. Took that short. That's one thing I always do well, is just playing with the bias. So I'm always looking at like, what do I want to see for upside, and what I want to see for just continuous downside, and that's basically it. I haven't traded my trade file live yet. I don't really trade lives on Asia just because I don't want to. I want to save it for PM, and yeah, we're just trying to waiting. Are you in shorts right now? No. We kind of played that out. It panned out really well because we're still short bias. Damn. Just tough chop though. I'm sure that if you're able to zoom out, not like the 1 minute, this is not as bullish. If you look at the 5, you can start like, oh, we flip, but then we direct this breaker here, and then my only message is if we break this basically breaker, then I'll be very confident long. Guess what happened? We wicked it, and it did a strong closure back down. That's a bearish signature here. So if you didn't want to take trades a day just because it's not confident, it's just still a learning experience. I think today is also a very good learning experience. Oh, you still using Repcont? I'm using Trade Ticker now, chat. We do have a code with them. I think it's code SMART still, and we're planning to do 7.5% rebate, just because that would help a lot more for you guys. Trade Ticker monthly or one time. It is monthly, but it just works out for me. If it doesn't work out for you, then you have to trade them. I'll put the link. I think I made a bit.ly for them. Bit.ly Trade Ticker. Let me see if this works. Oh, it doesn't even. Ooh, what the hell? There we go. This is. I'm trying to stick around. Let's just see if there's anything else. Just end Friday because we're green, very green on Asia. We're green from Lanto short. I want to see if there's anything else that I'm able to risk on. I know it's invalidated, but would have considered the 115 5-minute candle. 115, 115, 115 5-minute candle. A bullish breaker. Yeah, this would be a bullish breaker here, but then you're still. So this is what I marked out, right? This will still be a bullish breaker here, but then you'll be looking at like, okay, we have a bullish breaker and we have a bearish breaker. This is a 5-minute structure. You just look at the hourly's looking at lower. So if you're kind of looking at 5-minute alone, you're like, okay, this might go back and forth. But if you're looking at higher time frame, it's easily going to tell you that we're going to try to play for lower. I do want to see some relief to close out the last day of this week, though, but we're not really trying to do that at all. The only relief we got was this hourly retap. That's the best thing we got here, which I was also anticipating. But honestly, you guys can just choose whatever trade copy you guys want. I think for me, it's more beneficial to use TradeSyncer because it's web-based, and I could link as many prop firms as once. I'm not limited to one Rhythmic connection. I could trade as many prop firms as one, which is good for me. But if you're only trading 1 or 2 prop firms, I don't think it's like essential. It's just a preference. We're holding this. We're holding these lows here. We swept this internal here. Can I say I feel like we're gonna chop around and we can get a potential flip here? Just not like a big flip, but like just similar to yesterday. We're gonna just go back and forth, and then maybe we'll play down like near kind of to finish off the day. Kind of my thoughts right now, perhaps. What stock should I be swinging here? Let's say sell cash here puts. Should I do it in Nvidia? Should I do it on Google, which is like falling off a freaking cliff? Holy crap! Google was at 206, is at 150 now in like 1 month. 25% of stock gone in a month. That's actually kind of big. Tesla. I haven't touched my Robinhood like that, really. I've just been too focused on props, which has been my moneymaker. Tech stocks is only just a split screen of 6 stocks. It's not that anything crazy. It's just 6 that I think is the biggest market cap or biggest volatility that could work with NQ. That's pretty much it. Yeah, chat. What I've been saying, I was gonna make a video. It's gonna be like 40 minutes, probably, give or take. Go over basic topics, essentials, basically to help you like trade with me on stream, essentially. It's ordered down. I think it's ordered down, yeah. But expect that probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe just Saturday at this rate. I think Saturday would be the best day for it. So if you're able to sit through it, hopefully you guys can watch it before next week, basically Monday. Try my best on that. It's not going to be anything fancy. It's going to be a lot of me just trying to make it on the spot just so I can really explain it, because I don't really have time to edit this to make it a very condensed video. You have to bear through a raw, unedited video. It's going to be very similar to the recaps I do. I don't think I'm going to recap today because it's so garbage. Didn't really take much today. I just only took it out of Lanto take, which also aligned with mine, but I'm not as confident. Just back and forth price action. It's kind of stupid. Oh, nice. Nice. What's good? That's good. I was gonna ask you about that. Oh, we're gonna do the giveaway soon too. We're gonna do the 3 p.m. one. Starts at 2:58. Or we're gonna do 2:59. You guys like the names, but I feel like I like the numbers more. It makes it more random. And then no one can say this is rigged because like how do I predict where it will close? I think it's the most fairest way for now. We do the another one with names. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much a boring stream. The only thing we did was like just talk about questions, about props, about our experiences. And it's very good tape reading. This is what we do every single day. So you're able to tune in. You'll hear our thoughts on what we see here, how we even navigate this chop here. And I think I had the right call. Hourly gap made at 2 p.m. Came back up. Pretty easy. You picked me for giveaway last night, but I can't DM you. Just message me in Discord. It's fine. X is down. That's what I do see as well. We're about to flip this 5. I don't think we see any structure on the 15. This is actually a wick lower by close higher. Anyways, it's still bearish to me, so I'm thinking this retrace is looking gonna be for like lower. You guys are saying names. Guys, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. We're gonna start now. No cutoff dates. A cutoff will be at 3, basically. Guess the NQ price. One guess per person. Please abide by that. Quite glad it's Friday though. It's like, I think we worked very hard this week, both on the PM streams and Asia. I think Asia was better this whole week for my like. If I were to compare it, Asia we would like S tier with our trading, and then PM this week probably like B plus, B tier, which is okay, but that's all we were able to get here. Okay, let's see here. Look in the opening, right? So 481.5. Oh, you know what? Someone guessed it. The third person who guessed right there, E-Man. He was literally the third person who took the guess, and he didn't get disqualified for guessing multiple times. Quick winner right there. No arguments there. Exact answer and the third person to guess. How can that be rigged, chat? He was able to anticipate it. He was like, I'm gonna guess 81.5. And it could have been anywhere, but 81.5 was exact. Congrats to him. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else to really look at here. Price is just kind of slow. Move here. Possibly go lower. We do have some like higher lows we're trying to just build up right now, but nothing crazy yet. If the 30-second came and show me and then clear, I don't know what to really play here. We're breaking off this. That 30-second flip. Got closure. Not much to really do much here. Pretty much back and forth right now. New hourly open. I just want to see if we want to break the lows. That's the only thing, really. I don't think, unless we want to just do a displacement up, that'd be kind of something we could find something between. But basically, I think day is over. Gonna have to wrap this up, guys. Last note. Yeah, just expect a video out this week. We're gonna be making a video explaining the essentials of trading props, or not trading props, but trading my style. And it should help people. But yeah, let's go wrap this up. Make sure you just use code SMART for any prop purchases. And if you want to join Discord to trade AM with Desi or Asia with me, it's $100 per month. You guys can try our first month, and then oh, and one more thing. If you do want to just take a look at what we do, I'm also post a link again. This is a link for the Discord that I'm trading off of. You don't think we're going lower? I do think we're going lower. I just don't. I'm not gonna stick around for it. But if you want to just take a look at like our trades for Asia and just study them, it's open for the rest of the weekend because we're not gonna be trading it. But it's gonna be for people that's just like, okay, let's see how Asia's works. How did he trade it the last 10 sessions? Is all alerted timestamp there. And I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. Have a good one. What do you offer? It's basically Asia alerts, and then for me, and then Desi's doing AM for the price of $100 per month, which is, I think, pretty good because we used to do $100 per person. Well, we decided not to raise anything. Have a good one, chat.